Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video, and I'm going to get into this quickly because you see the title of the video. Here is 7 tips and tricks that I found out for console players, and really this is go for anybody, but since I've been playing, I am a PS5 player playing Fragpunk since it just came out, and there are some things that I have wished I would have learned and wish I would have knew when I first started playing, because the game is pretty confusing. I'm not gonna lie. The way how everything is just all in your face and there's so many different things, it is confusing. So I want to go ahead and give y'all some tips and tricks that I found out that works really, really well, that you need to start implementing and really just start doing to increase your gameplay and have a better time on the game. A few things that you want to understand is when it comes to the Lancers. Now, there are all these different Lancers to choose from. You have a few of them by default. Now you need to go ahead and figure out which ones work the best for you. Now, when you're playing the main game mode, which is like the search and destroy, one life game mode, plant and defuse, now that's when a lot of these really matter. But if you're playing the respawn, you can get away with really picking anybody and just using the guns and just going crazy. But when it comes to the respawns, you gotta really work with what the team has. If you know, because you can only pick one Lancer unless there's a card that changes that. If you know that your team doesn't really have anybody that can ping well, that they don't have anybody that can really figure out where the enemy team is and get that location for y'all, then you guys need to go ahead and you could try to go ahead and be that for your team. There are multiple different people that can ping and be detect where the enemies are, such as Sonar here. Sonar has a really good ability with her echolocation. So yes, her echolocation, she can place down her little beacon that she has in her hand, and it can ping any enemies that get in the area for the entire team, as well as she has Sonic Surge. So she basically throws a location orb that they can go through walls and they can ping nearby enemies as well. That's really solid there. It's Hollow Point. Hollow Point, one of the default characters that you get off rip in the beginning, she has a smoke screen device. So it basically is just a giant wall of smoke, and anytime an enemy is hit by that smoke, it'll show them up in red, and that way you can see exactly where they are for your team. Really good there. And that's pretty much what it is when it comes to the Lancers. You got to figure out which Lancers work for you and which ones are going to be beneficial for your team. Go ahead and play around with them. I recommend trying them in the respawn game modes and just trying out every single Lancer that you can. The next thing I want to recommend is the settings. Now, I already made a video with the settings and I have made a few changes. I really want to go ahead and just suggest this again. For example, you can get a lot of these anti-motion sickness settings here. You can change the field of view, that way you can see more. You can change the minimap size. Everything that you're seeing here, you can customize it and change it and make it to your liking and really fine tune everything when it comes to your settings. Definitely recommend doing that. Change the buttons around. I know one of the things that I changed was the ping button. I have no idea what the default R3 button is for the controllers, but I changed that to my ping because it just feels more natural to me. Go ahead and get in your settings, play around with it, change sensitivity, change the audio. The music is really loud, so you might want to go ahead and lower that. And once you get these settings right, it'll feel a lot more intuitive and a lot more just natural to you. Looking at the weapons. Now, for those who don't know, and trust me, I didn't know either, these utility weapons, when you go into the main game and then you have the option to pick your secondary weapon, the blaster, flasher, smoker, and the burner, these are actually really important to your gameplay and can really be crucial, because there is no flash grenades. There is no flash grenades. Your flash grenade is the flasher pistol. Now you could shoot it like a regular pistol, and you can also have the flash grenades. Use these, because what I noticed in casual gameplay, like meaning not ranked, almost nobody is using these. Almost nobody. This can be the difference between you going 17-1 versus you going 3-9. Because the person who uses all of their utilities to their advantage is going to be more successful than the person who doesn't. These can be game changing, especially when you're using the smoke and you're trying to plant the bomb and you don't want to be seen, or you want to go ahead and go for a defuse and all you got is smoke. This can really open up, especially when it comes to those pinging abilities like I was saying earlier. You put the smoke down and then you throw on ping abilities. They can't see you, but you can see them. Really take advantage of these. These are really solid when it comes to the utility weapons. The next tip, I want to go ahead and just take your time when it comes to the gameplay. Like when it comes to the main game mode, the shard cards are it comes by really quick, and it can be very confusing and anxious because you only have a little bit amount of time, and you want to make sure that everyone picks it so that you guys actually get the card. Here's what I recommend: go ahead and go to the handbook and look at every single one of these. If you ever get a chance, I know it is a lot, it can be overwhelming. Just go ahead and get familiar with maybe how the picture looks or the words, or you can even change it to the rarity, the rarity. That way you can see, okay, which ones do we really want to use? Like when I see the ones with high rarity, and if that pops up in the game, these are the ones that you really got to look out for. Now, normally these are with the high rarity, high to low. These are going to be the ones that can be really good and, useful for the team. So when you see these, you know what to look out for, and you know, hey, we got to get these. Another tip, honestly, at this point, is try to get some friends. I know it sounds crazy, it's 2025, right? But try to get some friends. Use your resources. Use Discord. Use the in-game club system to try to find clubs that you can play with. I've realized that, honestly, as much as I play solo, playing with a team is super beneficial, especially when it comes to these call outs and make sure someone has your back. Use your resources. When I first got on this game, I didn't have a single friend to play with. I found friends to play with by using the Discord, looking for a group, sorted it to North America, and I started just looking for people on console, on the same platform that I'm playing on, to play with. And then we had a full 5-stack, or a 4-stack for a while, and then we got up to a 5-stack, and we was actually dominating because we had that communication. Now, remember, like majority of the time when I play, I do play solo, so I get it. When it comes to solo player, hey, bro, sometimes you gotta get on. You don't got that much time. You want to hurry up and play a game in between. You know what I'm saying? Your lunch break, or got to take care of the kids. I get it. But if you're able to play with friends, I recommend it, because besides it just making the game potentially more enjoyable than playing by yourself, you have someone to talk to, someone to communicate with, someone that can have your back. You guys can make call outs. It's a game changer. You're going up against people that are playing with groups of people every single time that you play this game. So definitely go ahead and try to use your utilities to your advantage. And if you're on PS5, I have a PS5 club. This is going to be a console only club, and if you have a mic and you're older than 18, then you can go ahead and apply to my club. We're taking people, and we're trying to go ahead and just go far. Right now, everything's still very early on, but hey man, why not? And the last thing that I want to recommend as a tip for you guys to improve your gameplay is to learn the map. Besides you, so you can go into the custom game and you can go ahead and play around and learn each spot for each map, and you can go ahead and find out which spots are really good. They also have something called map training that can actually teach you some good tips and tricks for each map. Matter of fact, let me show you guys exactly where that is. So if you go into play and then you go into training, it's they have the training base and then practice versus AI. And if you go to custom game, they have map training here. So once you go into map training, and then you would select let's do the default standard, and then we'll just do random map, and then you hit start. So boom. So Dongtian, right? So once you get on the map that you want to go ahead and study, it'll pull up the shard card as if it was just a regular game, because it's just a custom game, right? So it gives you a little bit more time, a little bit less pressure. So you get to read everything without having the pressure of, oh man, do I have enough time? Do I got it? It gives you there's no So now you have the ability to just play the map as usual, and now you get to learn extra spots and then try out different abilities, and how it can benefit and work with the map, and you can really go ahead and just have that extra knowledge, so you can figure out, okay, which head glitch spots are the best to pick, which which areas in mid, or which bomb is going to be better to go to, based on which character I'm going to be using on which map. So you get to go, and without all the added pressure of the actual gameplay, you get to see, okay, is this exactly, you get to really learn which spots you can go up to, which spots you can't, which spots is why do you keep dying in a specific spot, how you could have done better, in that gunfight, what you could have done to your advantage by using the map to your advantage, so that way you didn't die, or you would have been able to clutch it in that moment, because there's a lot of times where, I'm new to the game. A lot of us here that are watching this video are new to the game. However, on top of being new to the game and everything going on, all the different guns and mechanics and all that, if you had some more map knowledge, you probably would have been able to win that fight. You probably would have been able to win that pinch, but you had no idea what was actually going on. You didn't know that you could have head glitched right here instead of trying to pop out like this and got popped. You could have pulled up here and then had all this and then still been able to hurry up and get away with that extra, you know, just extra lines of sight. Learn the lines of sight. Learn what everything does. Learn what this is. You know what I'm saying? Learn everything in the map. Learn that, okay, instead of me being out here out in the open and just trying to fight this, I could have set up a nice little head glitch up here, you know? And you can only really learn this if you play around. And obviously when you're in the main game, you might not really have the ability to, because it might just be too intense. But in custom game, you're able to get it, you know, get up in here and really learn it all. That way you can bring that into the main game. Because if I'm telling you, if you didn't, other people have. I bet you didn't know you can get up here. I didn't. But guess what? Because it's a custom game, now I do. So now I know, okay, boom, if I plant the bomb right here, I can really just sit back and wait and then have a nice little spot that can just, you know what I'm saying? It's different things. Go ahead and do this with every single map and learn it out, test it out, man. And I promise you, if you go ahead and study the map, you'll be doing much better. That is 7 tips and tricks. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am the King Engage. Now, I just want to quickly plug in that I am doing a Battle Pass giveaway. One lucky winner will be winning the Battle Pass from me. I'm going to be sending you a code, whether it be a Steam, PSN, however, I got a Microsoft, Xbox code. I'm going to be sending you the code for the Battle Pass. You're just going to go ahead and be the one lucky winner. All you got to do is go to my Battle Pass giveaway video. Link is in the description. Like it. Comment your in-game name, which is going to be at the top right of your screen, and then that way I know less. If you are lower than level 15 in-game, I would really appreciate it if y'all went over to the events, went over to the time limited section, and then at the bottom right here, you are able to enter in my code. I explain all of that in the giveaway video, so that's another way how you guys can get a guaranteed slot. Because as you can see, I already have 11 people. All 11 of the people that you're seeing here are entered into the giveaway. I messaged every single person that you're seeing here, and I let them know, hey, you have a chance to win the Battle Pass for free. Now, here's the thing. If you win the Battle Pass, if you win it and you already bought it yourself, that's fine, because I'm not giving away the Battle Pass. I'm giving away a $10 code. So use that $10 code however you see fit. You can use that for the membership, the Battle Pass, whatever it is. That's really what the Battle Pass giveaway is going to be. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm King Engage. Tonight.